Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am the one and only the Boxit. And this is a video I've been putting off for a while for one reason or another, whether it be work or something else. But a few months ago, around mid-April, HMV Canada closed their doors up here. And basically it was one of those stores where you could get where you bought CDs along with various collectibles, DVDs, and yada yada yada. So anyway, they started bankruptcy, and then at the beginning of the year they filed for bankruptcy, and then they slowly liquidated their assets, and you know how it goes when businesses they go out of business. So over the course of a couple months, they cut their prices further and further and further, and then mid-April was when they closed their last store up here in Canada. So over the course of about 2 months, about 2 or 3 months, I was periodically walking into HMVs and seeing what they had left in stock and picking up a whole bunch of different things that they had there still left. And now that I finally have the time, finally have the ambition to do this video, I thought, okay, I'll show off what I bought, because I actually ended up spending around somewhere between $200 and $300. So I thought, okay, I'll show some of it off. I'll show off what I picked up, and some of these are going to be used as Christmas presents. So if you're my friends and you're watching this, sorry I'm spoiling it for you, but this is your official warning. If you want to be surprised, wait a few more months. But if you're okay with knowing what you're getting, I'm not going to name names, but I imagine some of you will be able to figure out based on what your interests are. But you know what? I'm bored. Frankly, as far as I'm concerned, presents are... the thought is more important than the surprise. But whatever. So, the important thing is I wanted to show you guys what I got, because I actually feel like I got a lot better than... Of course, these were liquidated deals. I feel like I actually walked away with the better end. So, here's what I got. Okay, first things first, I'm going to start off with the music that I picked up. A lot of this stuff I bought blindly, so it's like I really didn't know what I was getting, so it was like, okay, the fun part was seeing exactly what I was getting, whether or not I would like it, and but aside from a couple exceptions, I thought, okay, this will be interesting. It'll make at least a decent discussion topic, or maybe even video like I'm doing right now. So let's get started. How many CDs did I get during that last little bit? 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21 CDs. And yeah, well, 21 different purchases, and a couple of them are double albums, so it's like, so 21 cases, 23 CDs. So, an obvious one was the Essentials of Earth, Wind, and Fire. I don't know why I did not have this before, but I saw it like, ooh, that's a good deal. And of course, anyone who knows the Essential series, it's basically a 2-disc greatest hits for like 99% of the artists that they do. So yeah, it was an obvious pickup, a no-brainer for me. It's like, yes, Earth, Wind, and Fire. And the last two will be part of the spoilers I was talking about earlier, but everything else was for me. Now this one, for any of you who's an 80s person, I actually found the new Tapao CD. And let's see, when was... This one I think came out within the past year or two. Copyright 2015, Natfish Records. And I was actually pleasantly surprised because, like I said, this was one where I didn't know what I was getting myself into, like most of these, so... she kept her voice in pretty good condition. I ended up having to look her up for this one, and it's like I said, she was an 80s singer, and this was like a comeback thing, and she's in her like late 50s, I think, now. So there wasn't any particular songs that stood out. Not something that I plan to listen to on a regular basis, but I was pleasantly surprised. So I felt like that was a lot of. I actually felt like none of the stuff that I picked up was bad. So some of it didn't exactly stand out, but there wasn't anything in here that was garbageable, you know. Well, yeah. Let's see. Next up, we have Matt Corby, Telluric. Let's see. 11 songs, and when was this one? When did this one come out? Most of these CDs actually, I think, came out within the past 5 or so years. Last year, 2016, this one came out. So this was one of the non-standouts. Nothing in here that was bad, but nothing in here that was outstanding either to me either. So yeah. Also, I found here the Stills, Ocean Will Rise. This was a 2008 CD. Oceans Will Rise. "12 songs. I think I ended up with like well over 200 songs out of all of the stuff that I picked up. And I also found World Container by the Tragically Hip. This one was a 2006 release. So yeah, I guess a lot of this stuff was put out within the past maybe 10 or 11 years. Like I said, the Tapao CD was a couple years ago. Another one was like from last year. Again, another one that didn't particularly stand out, but then again, I haven't exactly gone out of my way to listen to that one as much as I have some of the others. The Trues, a 7-track EP from 2012. Thank You and I'm Sorry. Probably what you would expect from them. Again, nothing particularly standing out. Like I said, I found nothing that was worth complaining about, but nothing that really stood out as super exceptional either. A couple more greatest hits ones. I actually found just for the heck of it, I got a Pink greatest hits. So yeah, well, greatest hits are greatest hits, so it's what you would expect them to be. And the other one is, much like there's the Essentials, there's also Icon. I have a few of these Icon CDs, like I have one of Queen and Donna Summers. This one is Limp Bizkit. So now I remember Rollin', for those of you who are wrestling fans, the Undertaker's theme when he was a biker Undertaker, and also My Way. So those two songs I particularly remember. But yeah, that's about what you would expect. And up next, I managed to find, this one's a bit of an older one, 1994, Alan Frew, Hold On. So yeah, much like a lot of the previous stuff, nothing technically wrong, but nothing that spoke out really big to me. Again, some of these obviously I've listened to more than others. This one, Saint Sonia. This one, a couple of songs that I actually enjoyed was Better Place and Let Me Live My Life. As you guys know, I'm a wrestling fan, And you guys obviously know that I do. I'm assuming you've seen my remix series. Just for fun, I've gone to some local wrestling events. I've got footage from some of them, and I've got videos like that of certain matches from the local scene. So some of them incorporate some songs. I think I got like maybe a song or two from this one that I did just for fun. Obviously, I doubt I'm gonna put it up on YouTube, but yeah, it's actually kind of fun to put some of this stuff just to make it for fun. So yeah, Let Me Live My Life in Better Place for a couple songs that I enjoyed. So, and then next up, we have the most recent Alter Bridge CD from 2016, last year, The Last Hero. The songs that seem to stick out to me from this one are My Champion and Cradle to the Grave. So, who knows, maybe in time I'll try to listen to these more and I might discuss them later on, but that's what stood out to me. Next up we have Walk the Moon from the CD front. And we also have The Next Day by David Bowie. This one was 2013. See, Walk the Moon was 2012. So both of these were within the past 5 years. And next up we got Now 25 Top Hits of Motown. So a best of Motown, and this is the other 2-disc CD that I got in here. So yeah, it's about what you would expect. You know, you would have like Stevie Wonder, Smokey Robinson, Supremes, Four Tops, Jackson 5, Marvin Gaye, Rick James, Rockwell, Commodores. So yeah, it's about what you would expect. Another one that wait, when did the Motown one come out? A couple years ago, 2015. So next up, Dinosaur Pileup. And much like with Saint Asonia, there are a couple of tracks here that stood out to me. 1111, which is the title track, and Grim Valentine, and Nothing Personal as well. So 3 songs there that stood out. There was a bonus track on this one called Cross My Heart. So yeah, that's about what you would expect. Next up, have the Glorious Sons with their EP Shapeless Art. When did this one come out? I don't see when it came out, so when I'm editing, I'll put up the year. Just look on the screen, it'll say the year that this one came out. I've been working a lot, so I'm kind of lazy about bothering with right now. And also now we have here Apostle of Hustle, National Anthem of Nowhere. This one was from 2007. And of course, the first 2 songs, My Sword Hands Anger and National Anthem of Nowhere, stood out. And like I said, none of these were bad by any stretch, but obviously, you know, everyone has their own taste, so some are going to stand out more than others. And this one, okay, I don't think I spent any more than like $6.50 on an album. This one only cost me $1.50. And this one was Fountains of Wayne. Welcome Interstate Managers. Like 16 songs for $1.50. If you've heard Stacy's Mom, you would recognize it. So this is from 2003. Yeah, about $1.50. I guess I really can't complain about the price. Now this one I actually pre-ordered on iTunes when I heard about it coming out. But of course, iTunes is iTunes. That's just digital. When I saw this one on being discounted, it's like, you know what? I'd like to have a physical copy. The iTunes download did not give me the bonus tracks on this one. Buying the physical did. At least at the HMV I went to. So, by all means, I was completely gung-ho with supporting the last surviving BG, Barry Gibb. So, there's actually about a half dozen songs on this one easily that I enjoy, so it's nice to have the physical copy of this one. This came out just last year, 2016. This is like our first weekend of October, so I remember making a post on my Facebook fan page, Naboxit, so I'll put the link to that in the description. Or at least do my Facebook fan page, and you can go check it out and see what I had to say. So yeah, it was nice to actually get the physical copy of this one. Completely gung ho. The CD this CD ended up being cheaper for me than the iTunes download. Of course, I don't have clairvoyance. I did not know HMV was going to go out of business this quickly, so I'm comparing it to when I got the download from iTunes. So yeah, and a couple more CDs here. These are spoilers, but my mom does not go on the internet, so it's a spoiler, but it's one that's not. It's like, so what? She's not watching anyway, so unless you finally learn to use a computer, Mom. So got here a couple of Christmas CDs. These might wind up being stocking stuffers instead, but still, obviously, one way or another, I'm giving Mom something for Christmas. Johnny Reed, A Christmas Gift to You, and Ella Fitzgerald, Christmas. So these I'm obviously holding on. They're still in their wrapping, and well, Merry Christmas, Mom. If you know now, then if you finally learn to watch within the next 4.5 months, you know what part of what you're getting. That wraps up the music portion. I still have a few more things to go through. And next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have here my DVD purchases. The one that's right now missing is my WWE Dudley's DVD. If I can't find it here, then it's on loan right now. I think if it is, then it's probably at David's place right now, the Autistic Chef. If you might remember him from some of my cooking videos, don't forget to check him out. And some of the other DVDs that I picked up from HMV while they were closing down. I got here Brock Lesnar, Eat, Sleep, Conquer, Repeat. This one was put out just last year, 2016. And it's a match compilation from his OVW days back in 2000 up until 2015 in his Hell in a Cell match against The Undertaker. So, kind of like how singers have greatest hits albums put out once in a while, the wrestlers occasionally get like a greatest match compilation put out. So this is a Brock Lesnar one. Then on top of that, there's another match compilation for the United States Championship, The Legacy of Greatness. So much like the Brock Lesnar one, but it's matches that were contested for the United States Championship. So those two were about $15 and $14. So yeah, those two were pretty good deals. Keeping with the wrestling theme, 2009 Best of Raw 2009. So it's like a Moments and Matches compilations of that particular year for Monday Night Raw. And all of them are 3-disc sets. And movies, I got the Ghostbusters 1 and 2 set. This one was something like, I think, $5. And along with the movies, I got here as a movie scrapbook. Ghostbusters. Movie scrapbook. Our marshmallows always stay puffed. Just to give you an idea as to how the scrapbook looks. And a couple other movies I got was, if you've been watching the Divergent series, I got here Legion, which is the third one, and this one ended up costing me $7.50. So like these were like anywhere from 40 to 50% off when I got them. And I know I'm probably gonna get some hate for this, but I'm just me, so I'm not gonna give much of a shit. Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. I don't feel like the movie was nearly as bad as people made it out to be. Still not I'm not going to be like, oh, it's great. No, it's not. But I'm not going to hate on it just because everyone else did. So, those are the DVDs that I picked up. And on to some of the other things that I got. First thing I'm going to show you, I got about 3 or 4 of these lying around. I'm going to show you 2. These are the Wampas. Oh yeah, talking Wampas. So, Star Wars, you know, gotta love me some Star Wars. Yeah, these ones were actually really good. Really cut down, so figured why not? I could always make use of a bunch of these. I know enough Star Wars people, so I'm sure I can milk that for quite a bit. Well, let's see what else we got here. The gamer inside of me could not pass these up. I got 2 mugs. I'm going to give you a close-up. We have here Ryu and Ken, Chun-Li and Honda, Blanca and Zangief, and of course Gil and Dhalsim. Goes around the mug twice. And of course the box here. Going from Street Fighter 2 back to Star Wars. Got a couple Star Wars glasses. Got here First Order Rule the Galaxy. And of course we also have Troop Leader First Order. So I got some glasses. Some Star Wars glasses based on the current trilogy that's being released. Now those go back in. Got here a vinyl figure and bobblehead. The bobblehead is of the Avengers. And these are random ones, so there's a set of 12, so you don't know which one you're getting. And Minions, vinyl figure Minions. I get another 1 in 12 chance. So I don't. If you guys want me to open them, by all means, comment down below, and if I get enough comments, then I'll open them up. I also got some of these. These are the HMV gift card holders. Got here a cardboard one and a few metal ones. This would be like funky little memorabilia bits from HMV before they closed down. And I got 4 toques here. You know how they have the ugly Christmas sweaters? These ones ended up ranging from $5 to $10. This one I think was $5. So like you get the blue, and you got the white reindeers on there. So thought it just looked kind of funny, so I wanted to get it. Let's see. And as for the actual fan, fan bits, got here Doctor Strange. My personal favorite of the stuff of the fan stuff, you got here Zelda. And then, of course, as far as the looks, I think this one is probably the funniest for me. Or maybe the most fitting, depending on how you look at it. Got here A Nightmare Before Christmas. I think this one actually ended up being $10 or $5 because it was marked down, and then after the reduction on top of that, it ended up only being like $5 for me. So by all means, that's difficult for me to pass up. And now I'm saving these 3 because, like I said, these are possible. Some of these may be possible present spoilers down the line for me. So you have been officially warned. One of them being this Vault Boy figure from Fallout. So that's one of them. And then the final 2, found here a Pink Floyd mug with Dark Side of the Moon art on there. And I also found a Beauty and the Beast mug. Here you see Lemire, Miss Potts, and Cogsworth. So yeah, I'm not going to say, obviously I still have to decide who gets what of the stuff that I'm going to give out for presents. So obviously, I have a few Disney friends who I think this might be good for. Unfortunately, I only have the one, so unfortunately I cannot duplicate this myself, so whatever happens, happens. And there you have it, my HMV purchases from when they went down. So yeah, all in all, for less than $300, I felt like I walked out pretty decently. And well, it's kind of sad because HMV had been around for a while. They had initially had their. It was originally thought that they were going to go out of business maybe 4 or 5 years ago, but someone someone ended up saving them until the beginning of this year, 2017, when it was announced that they were filing for bankruptcy up here. They still have it in the UK, but over here in Canada, we are without HMV anymore. And I was glad I finally got to do this video. And like I said, I'm overall very happy with my purchases. There's nothing out of there that I regret buying at all. But of course, there's going to be some things that I enjoy more than others. That's just how life is. So, Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.